the very ancient oral story of the darkened skies. This is a rich tapestry, interwoven with myth, cosmic allegory, and spiritual transformation. This mythological narrative depicts the end of the Golden Age under Saturn's rule, which was a time marked by harmony, abundance, and unity with the divine. It then transitions to the advent of a new era, heralded by the coming of the Son of God. While variations of this tale are found all across ancient cultures, the core themes resonate universally: cosmic upheaval, the loss of an ideal age, and the promise of renewal through divine intervention. Many mythological traditions describe the Golden Age as a period of perfection, where humanity lived in a paradisiacal state, under Saturn's dominion, often associated with the Greek god of time and agriculture. Under Saturn's dominion, society flourished without the need for laws or labour. Saturn was Kronos in Greek mythology, and he was revered as a wise and benevolent ruler, overseeing a world in perfect harmony with the natural order. This era symbolises the zenith of human potential and the primordial unity between mankind and the divine. In esoteric traditions, Saturn's rule is often linked to an archetype of discipline and cosmic balance. The age under his governance represents a time when the spiritual and material realms were in equilibrium. It was an age of innocence, where mortality, greed, and suffering were unknown. The global tales of the darkened skies. This signals the catastrophic end of this idyllic period. According to the myth, a celestial event marked the transition. The skies darkened, the earth trembled, and the cosmic order was shattered. This upheaval is frequently interpreted as both a literal and symbolic event. In some variations, it represents a planetary alignment or a cosmic disaster, such as the Great Flood, or a volcanic eruption, or the arrival of the comet Venus, disrupting the heavens and the earth. The darkened skies also serve as a metaphor for spiritual and moral decline. With the fall of Saturn's rule, humanity lost its direct connection to the divine, entering an era of chaos, toil, and division. This transition is echoed in Hesiod's description of the 5 ages of man, where the Golden Age gives way to lesser epochs, culminating in the troubled Iron Age. Among all this turmoil, the narrative introduces the figure of the Son of God, a divine saviour destined to restore balance and usher in a new era of spiritual enlightenment. This archetype is found in many mythologies and religious traditions, symbolising hope, renewal, and promise of redemption. In Christian interpretations, the Son of God is associated with Jesus Christ, whose arrival marked the end of an old covenant and the beginning of a new age of grace and salvation. And of course, parallels can be drawn to other saviour figures in ancient myths, such as Horus in Egyptian mythology, Krishna in Hinduism, and Mithras in Persian tradition, each embodying the principle of divine intervention to restore cosmic order. These manifestations were the visual effects of the Squatter Man. The Son of God's arrival often follows a pattern of suffering, sacrifice, and resurrection, reflecting the cyclical nature of life and the universe. During the cataclysm of Saturn and descending by Saturn of the Son of God, Saturn's son, people begin to think that their actions on the earth are affecting the judgment of the Son of God, of the Squatter Man, and therefore they make sacrifices to appease this God's anger. His presence bridges the gap between humanity and the divine. This offers a path back to unity and spiritual ascension. The myth of the darkened skies and the end of Saturn's rule can be interpreted on multiple levels. Saturn's fall and the darkened skies probably represents celestial movements and alignments. Saturn is often viewed as a stern taskmaster, and his dethroning symbolises the breaking of rigid cosmic cycles. The transition from the Golden Age to an age of struggles mirrors the human journey from innocence to self-awareness. The Son of God represents the inner self's potential for transcendence and unity. In many traditions, the fall from grace and the coming of a saviour encapsulates a theological framework of sin, judgment, and redemption. This narrative reflects real societal changes, such as the decline of agrarian societies and the collapse of ancient civilizations encoded within mythical terms. The story of the darkened skies continues to inspire and resonate, offering profound lessons about cycles of creation and destruction, the loss of innocence, and the hope for renewal. It encapsulates humanity's enduring quest for meaning in the face of cosmic and personal trials. In a modern context, this myth reminds us of the interconnectedness of all things and the transformative power of spiritual awakening. The end of Saturn's rule and the coming of the Son of God symbolise the eternal potential for humanity to rise above darkness and rediscover its divine origins. This is a timeless message that transcends cultures and epochs. In classical mythology, the Golden Epoch is most famously described by Hesiod in his works and days, where it is the first of 5 successive ages of man. During this time, under the rule of Saturn, Kronos in Greek mythology, people lived in perfect harmony with nature. The concept of the Golden Age is echoed in numerous cultural traditions. In Hindu cosmology, the Satya Yuga, or Age of Truth, parallels this era, representing a time of spiritual enlightenment and moral purity. Similarly, the ancient Chinese spoke of an age under the rule of the Yellow Emperor, characterised by harmony and innovation. In Christian thought, the Garden of Eden embodies a comparable vision of innocence and divine connection. The Golden Epoch represents humanity's collective memory of a lost paradise, or an innate longing for perfection. It serves as a reminder of what once was, or what could be, inspiring visions of a better future. While the myth concludes with the decline of this ideal age due to human fallibility, or cosmic cycles, it also holds the promise of renewal, a return to a state of grace through spiritual awakening or divine intervention.